Hi, I'm Joe Burnett. I'm going to show you how to configure CI components that can access other repository files by using CI steps. But first, let me give you a little background. CI/CD components are reusable units of pipeline configuration. They get included in a pipeline when it's created, and they bring additional jobs and configuration. However, they can't bring additional files such as reusable scripts. That's where steps comes in. CI/CD steps are reusable units of a job. They're a payload of files. So component and step definitions, they look very similar, but they take effect at different phases in pipeline execution. Components are used when the pipeline is created. Steps are used when the individual jobs are run. The whole repository is downloaded during a step into the job environment so that they can bring along extra files. So let me show you how to set this up. Suppose that you have a build configuration that looks like this. This is the component migration example for Go from the current documentation. You have a few scripts here: go vet, go format, go test. I'm going to show you how to do the same migration, but I'm going to put these scripts in separate files. Um, and then I'm going to show you how to define steps that will bring them into the job environment and execute them. Okay, so here's my pipeline configuration. It looks pretty much the same as the existing migration example. There's components for format, there's components for build, for test. You include them in the same way and you give them some input parameters. These components live in a separate project. Hello Components Golang. Okay, so let me show you the first component. Here is the format component. It has inputs which can be used to parameterize the job. These parameters are used inside component expressions. You can see one right here, which is helping to form the name of the job. They're enclosed in square brackets. This particular job uses the new run keyword. So you see, instead of script here, you see run. It's because it's going to run steps. And this is only going to run one step, which is called format. Let me show you the format script. So I've taken the script that we want to run, put it in its own file so it can have its own, you know, um, proper last name and editor support and everything. It's a nice reusable script. Um, and it comes along with a little step configuration as well. This is what it's this in the same repository. There's a configuration which just runs the script. It has no inputs. So you can see up here in the spec, it's just no inputs because it just runs that script. It has expressions which are enclosed in curly braces. So their step expressions have used curly braces so you can tell the difference. They can reference inputs, but they have some additional job context as well. This particular step expression is referencing the directory of the locally cached step. So right here, this is where the magic happens, okay? The stepdir refers to where we've cached those step files. Workdir is referring to the build directory, or by default. Okay, so the runner actually downloads the Git repository containing the step and all its files, okay? And in this directory where it puts it is called stepdir. Um, I've added a couple extra steps here beyond just format, just to show you a demonstration of what this looks like. All right, so you see here I've got, I echo the working directory, and I also uh, show you all the files in the step directory, so we can kind of see where this actually exists. So let's see what this looks like when it actually runs. Okay, so here's my pipeline configuration again, and this is what it looks like when it's expanded. Okay, so as soon as you expand the the pipeline with these components, they're all used up. They don't have any additional role to play. Okay. This is the phase that components where they play a role is they parameterize this configuration to create additional jobs and things here when you're making the pipeline. So let's run one. Let's kick off a pipeline here. Okay. All right. What do we get? So we get one format job, right? We get two test jobs here, and we get two build jobs. Kind of what you'd expect when you see that um, when you see the pipeline configuration, right? So let's take a look inside the formatting job. It's going to take a sec because this has to download a Docker image. Um, what you're going to see is you're going to see in the builds directory is going to be the working directory, and um, the step directory is going to be in a temporary folder, and it's going to be downloaded according to the path to that step and the specific version of the step that's being used. Um, uh, oh yeah, look at that. There it goes. So um, the format script, it passes silently because my Go code is formatted according to the latest version, so it has nothing to say really. But really, we wanted to take a look at this. You can see there's the working directory, and here is there's the step directories. Actually, temp, step runner, cache, GitLab. You don't really need to know exactly where this is. I'm just really just want you to sort of see how we get these extra files. So when I actually run the script, it's actually running it right here from this cached directory. Okay, so I've shown you how steps and components are different. I showed you how you can use them together to bring extra files. Steps can actually do a lot more than what I showed you here, such as providing outputs, and step expressions can access those outputs from previous steps and use them to as input. Um, but you can learn more uh, about steps by reading the documentation. You can follow the CI steps epic and try it out for yourself. Right now, steps is experimental, but you can use the run keyword. Yeah, let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.